Hello, YouTube. My name is Plazookas, and are you ready for the daily scramble of Tectone's VOD for May 20th, 2025? Begin.
Asian women in here? If you are, please DM me. That'd be great. But not, okay, but like, I don't mean like the typical, like, okay, let me rephrase that. If you a thick Asian woman, hit me up. Or a white woman, thick white woman, hit me up.
We know that Tectone's audience is younger. We also know that content creators who use or leverage their community for any kind of favors, whether it be graphic in nature or not, can blur the lines of just the power dynamic. So for him to have to or want to resort to his community, whether it's jokingly or not, whatever the intentionality is, it's just a bad look in my opinion. Why? Go to your go on your dating apps, things that are disconnected from your platform, that you've built a parasocial network on, that you've literally cultivated an audience from. Of course they're going to message you. They're going to give you whatever you want. Okay? You sick bastard.
Dude, that'd be great. You know, techie stocks are low right now, so we need a little bit of a confidence boost.
See, exactly. So implying what I've just said is essentially, so it's not even out of character or out of line.
By the way, I shaved my beard yesterday.
Okay, nobody cares about that. Let's go to 1430.
I would challenge anybody to even name ACC on the whole platform that has grown as many other CCs as I have. I would love to know one.
Maybe that is true, but we're going to get to why you're going to grow those people in the future. He just confirmed that Mythic Talent, he gets a share of whatever he brings in, including Genocide. So him growing somebody, he takes a cut from that on the back end. And secondly, he's also deplatformed many content creators as well. And if you are part of this program, if you're part of this circle, you have to play fair. You cannot talk bad about Tectone. That's one of the goals. So he's very much a dictator in terms of employment, which should be against the law. But currently in 2025, it's completely normal to have those principled positions. All right, let's go to 1530 or so.
500,000. You sent me 500,000 rupees.
He got a donation of 500,000 rupees, and he couldn't help but check to see how much that was. This number just like totally, enthralled him to where he wanted to check. He is driven by money to the extent that I don't think even people recognize how much money. But we're going to have actually, I believe I have some examples of that today that are going to be very clear, so we can have that on record, by the way. All right, let's continue this clip.
Damn, bro, your ass sent me $30. Thank you, bro. I appreciate the fuck out of that. Also, thank you for the tier 3, brother. I appreciate that. Well, I bet Mr. Beast have a lab for growing some future CCs.
So I wanted to point out this. That's what actual Tectone sounds like if he hasn't transitioned, if he is not on testosterone or sipping that gamer subs. That's what he sounds like. Let's listen to it again, okay? Just for context. I need to make sure everybody understands that he sounds the way he does because of his Andrew Tate complex.
Have a lab for growing some future CCs.
Let me turn it up. You hear
that?
that?
Yeah, maybe. I mean,
that?
I wouldn't put it past him, to be honest.
I can't help myself. Let's listen to it again. How many viewers do you think you would have if Tectone continued to sound like that? And I'm not going to show the clips where he talks about trans people, and rightfully so. I have issues with, people transitioning before they're of age. But at the same time, he's transitioning as well. He's not the person that he started out as. He wants to change his look and his overall impression. So let's just say fair is fair. And then let's go here.
Yeah. And we're going strong every day. No loose skin, which is great. No loose skin.
Good job.
Also blew my load in 3 minutes this morning.
Okay. So we're referencing loads. Earlier asked in chat if anybody wanted to contact him. So just a nice thing to have on content,
It was fucking awesome. Dude, it was fucking awesome. She
Awesome.
still got pregnant? Oh, okay. Well, whoever wins, the baby gets $1 million from Mr. Beast, surely. Yeah, but would you even participate? It's just too gross sounding. No, I feel like any woman that would monetize their pussy is just I just don't want to go near that, to be honest.
This is the Andrew Tate complex about women who are in the services industry being dirty, not having any respect, essentially. But men can do it. Men can do it without any stigma. Um, Tectone sells his body every day by being on stream. In essence, and not only that, just because they're on OnlyFans doesn't mean they're selling themselves outside of OnlyFans, and it's just an artistic expression. Obviously, it's being very nice. There's other ways to say it, but I believe that your body is art, especially if you're of age and it's consensual, and you know what you're doing. It can be very provocative.
You know, yeah, I'm good. Yeah, no, I'm good. I saw a post this morning.
And it's very interesting that the person that talks about white people a lot, about white people getting their jobs taken, just like the whole rhetoric that Tecton has, he's gonna use this as an example.
This black lady on Twitter posted. Um, what did she say? How the fuck you broke boys getting a woman in 2025? And in my head, I thought, oh, by not dating a prostitute. Yeah,
The implication is that OnlyFans, and I can't speak to this specifically because there's no inference, but from everything that Tecton's ever said, he's suggesting that OnlyFans people are prostitutes.
yeah. Usually, most men don't have to pay women to have sex with them. Usually, women just want to, find somebody they love and get married and have a happy life. But yeah, when you value money that much, it's just kind of very telling about what type of person you are. What do they have, an anal prolapse? Yeah, I saw this video of this one chick getting fucked in her ass until she got anal prolapse.
Let's go to 21.
I got about 200 steps in so far, and I am training my cardio to get ready to start boxing. Uh, because I realize that with how angry I am, I'm going to start taking boxing lessons and getting a boxing trainer. And I'm going to start doing more shooting practice because I think I just really want to be assured in my ability to kill people.
Yeah, pretty cool. Pretty awesome thing to say. Like all boxers, that's what their mission is, to kill people. Sure. Yeah, you lethal weapons. People that are in the military are not supposed to use their training outside of military to kill people. That's kind of against the principled position of service. But okay, you do you. And then 22. And then 22.
I'm saying, like, does that make sense? It's like I like knowing that I'm bigger than everybody and I could rip them apart if I wanted to, right? I think that would just make me feel a lot happier, right? Because I'm a very angry guy. I think you guys agree I have a lot of valid reasons to be angry.
Interesting. Okay. Valid reasons to be angry. Sure.
And I think that would
All right, Gal Gadot. Let's go. All right, celebrity. All right, millionaire. Let's go.
just make me happy, right? Yeah.
You know what would make you happy? Therapy. If you actually went to therapy, which you're not going to go to therapy, it seems like.
But yeah, I'm getting robbed. I don't want to know I'm getting ass fucked. Okay. Well, I don't know what the hell you're
Okay, moving on to 27.
2025, but I'm sure somebody will hear that and say, "Hey, man, hey, that's not nice to say." I don't know. I just care about integrity of like our sports and the Olympics, so I feel like we should probably just maybe make a separate section. Men, women, and then trans. Just do that. Bada bing, bada boom. Everything's fucking completely solved, right? But that's just me. Also, my God, dude, I've been starting to work out my forearms. They're looking good, man.
Showcasing his figure on stream. Again, making it personal. This is a parasocial technique that is used. Everything that Tectone does is basically like an OnlyFans model, selling themselves on stream. to connect to the viewer. Let's go to 3140 something.
Fucking trolls. I'm like a troll from Lord of the Rings. Is a list of allies longer than the list of rats?
List of allies long as of list of rats.
I hate to say this from a very pessimistic perspective on this planet. I think the world is a very cruel, unforgiving, selfish place. And I think every human in this life will always have more people that they don't like than more people who they do like.
This is such a nihilist perspective that does transfer over to his community. Again, these people are with him from start to finish. They brigade other communities, and this is the kind of message that he is instilling in them. They have this Andrew Tate mentality. It's just really a bad overall look of the world. Yes, there are bad people, but there also are good people. And then there's a lot of people that are in between that are just fine to deal with. And ultimately, for us in the gaming, ecosystem, we're one of the best people because we just stay in our own lanes. All we want to do is get back to video games. And all these other people who co-op video games to spew political messages and parasocial relationships, they're doing our hobby a disservice because ultimately, we're not really productive members of society per se, although we can be. We stay in our lane, right? And I can't speak for everybody in the world. Obviously, I'm not going to do that. I can only speak for myself. I'm a gamer. I love to play video games. That is my, ideal daily ritual is to play video games. To have no other distractions. Do what I need to do for work. Get paid. Pay my bills. Figure out any other thing I need to do on a daily basis, and then play video games. That's what I want to do. And if you want to have kids, if you want to have a wife, all that, yeah, I think you should make priorities and make decisions. And when you do, unfortunately, the world does have a bit more relevance to you. And so, therefore, you might want to look into politics. You might want to look at other things because it will matter to you because it matters to your kids. But this whole message of a nihilist perspective, it's co-opting these people who are basically, they might as well be, locked in an island with a cult leader. It's really bad, and it's kind of just as bad as the issues with trans, and well, it's not just as bad, but it's equally as bad in a different perspective as people who are transitioning younger. It rots your brain. It's brain rot.
And I think that's very true for a lot of people. I think the majority of people are not good people. I think, and I mean this genuinely. Guys, if you were offered $20 to go online and say, "Oh, well, I met Tectone at TwitchCon, and he stabbed my nephew."
Now, I already know what people are going to say. He's joking, right? But this shows you how disconnected this person is to reality. It really does. $20 is absolutely dog shit in today's economy. $20 is like $5 20 years ago. Okay. It's going to be worse, in a not too distant future. It doesn't buy a lot anymore. And so for you to say that you would go online, even to associate with Tectone, that would be like 1,000. Okay. In my opinion, to say that you stabbed somebody or did something illegal, you're going to pay me 100 grand easy. Okay. I don't know where you value, but obviously, then again, you do have editors that you don't pay. You do have mods that you don't pay. Or, okay, you don't pay fair wages too, most likely.
For $20, you know what I'm saying? People would obviously do that shit. You know what I'm saying?
No. Well, there would be people that would do it, specifically your community who are brainwashed or who are under the age of 18. Yeah. Great. Awesome example. Go ahead.
Like maybe even a
Because you have mods that do shit for free. You have editors that will basically do things for relatively free
maybe
and work harder than they should probably.
even $100. The thing is, everybody
Oh, now we're gonna bring up to 100. Okay, finally. Okay.
has a fucking price. And I feel like so many people are monetarily incentivized.
Yeah, I don't have a price. Not everybody has a price. There's a lot of people that do have prices. I get that, and more now than ever. We're very opportunistic, especially in America, and I think that is a problem specifically.
To fuck over anyone and everyone.
Yeah, I think this is accurate to some degree, but it's cultural. And it can be changed. It can be shifted back to what we used to have with a bit more equality. But currently, when the rich getting richer, people are driven to make more money, trying to compete. It's very hard to have a different mentality.
On the drop of a dime for any way to advance their life, they'll take it every time.
Sure. I wonder if they had a fallout with Sophia. Sophia sounds pretty depressing. Maybe that's LaRue. Maybe he's sad about LaRue leaving him because he wanted to, start working for himself and not having to basically be Tectone's, whatever. Well, he was a boy when he met Tectone, so.
I mean, I just want, guys, I just want you to think about this. Just think about the broader streaming space and how, oh my God, 100,000 rooms.
There we go. More rupees. Wow. We're going to skip this part, though, because I don't care about all this. Yeah, I think he checks it again.
People on this earth who are streamers, hundreds of OnlyFans girls will show up every fucking day just to make a fucking profit, right? That's just how people are. They will put aside their morals and their values and their beliefs if it is a means to get any financial gain whatsoever.
Just remember that. He's talking about himself as well in this particular case. More so him than most people. He's projecting big time right now as well.
So fucking ever. And it's run fucking rampant. You want a good example of that? Black Friday.
Yeah, Black Friday was unfortunately a combination of a lot of things at that time. But yeah, that's insane. That was insane at the height of when consumerism became what it was and people just wanted to get that value for no reason. Because Americans predominantly do very well for themselves comparatively to other countries.
People become monsters where they would trample over old women to get a monitor.
True. Yeah, it's very bad. I agree. Let's go to 47. There's more of that, but I have to wrap this up.
And when he went to jail, he was going to lose it unless he transferred ownership of it. So he transferred it to me. And when he got out, he wanted to give that GI Bill to his very, very, very young new wife. And I said, nah, I'm going to just keep it.
So, talking about his father, talking about his father's young wife. I don't know how young his wife was, but I guess it runs in the family for dating younger and for having that Andrew Tate mentality. So, like father, like son in that case as well. Interesting. I wonder if there's any other inferences you can have based on your own personal character. All right, let's go to 55.
It's only YouTube? Yeah, it's only YouTube.
We'll finish out. We'll finish out here for the next 2 minutes.
Understand, no, I made way more than that. Here, I'll just show you. So yeah, this month we've made 55 grand off YouTube, which has been amazing. And these views aren't short views because I don't even know where the fuck Long Domu is. I haven't seen bro make a short for me in like fucking weeks. But yeah, no, we made double that shit. I think all in all, I've made 55 grand off of YouTube. And then I believe I made probably like 15, 16K off of Twitch this month. And then off of sponsors, I probably made like $90,000 to $120,000 this month.
$90,000 to $120,000 off sponsors. One of them was Silver Palace, and I don't know if that foretells what he's contracted for Silver Palace in the future. But that's the price you're willing to take. And it's not his, it's Mythic Talent that's being given some of these sponsors to him, essentially. But that's the price you would take for watching lollies, just so you know. And he talked about having a price. So he was being projected back previously in this video. He's projecting the fact that you'd do anything for a price, even watching kids dressed up as adults in scantily clad outfits. So Tectone just confirmed that. It's unfortunate. It's not his fault though, because he was monetarily incentivized, and that'll be his excuse if he's ever found to be guilty of anything. But that's good to know. He's a victim. My name is Pazukas. Thanks for watching the daily wrap up from May 20th. See you tomorrow. Or we'll take another break. Stay tuned.